Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Yeah Gaming. Today's video is on a little bit of a different topic, something that was more relevant yesterday than it is today, I guess, but I still want to talk about it here at least once, because there is a chance I make a main channel video on this person at some point in the future, and by future I mean like near future. So I thought maybe talking about this here first would ease into that later if I do it. So yeah, we're just gonna talk about that. But if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit 100,000 subscribers before the end of the year. You know the drill at this point. I appreciate you all. Now let's get into this nonsense. So, if you ever heard of the YouTuber and beatboxer Verbalase, this is probably gonna be a bit of a shock to you if you don't know the news. But some crazy shit came out about this person recently that's like kind of out of this fucking world. Like beyond scope of what you'd ever think Verbalase would do. But if you don't know who Verbalase is, he's essentially a beatboxer and a YouTuber. He's got like 5 million subscribers. And he's best known specifically for like a couple things, like he has like a Tetris beatbox, I think, that did really well. And then the main thing is the cartoon beatbox battles, right? Have you ever seen that like gif of Thanos going like that one? That's cartoon beatbox battles. There's also a couple other really popular ones, like there's a Sonic one that's really popular. And I think more recently there's like a Vegeta one that's really popular. But yeah, he's pretty much just kind of been part of the internet zeitgeist for a long time. And I haven't thought about him in a long time because last time I did think about him, it was like, I don't know, 3 years ago maybe. So yeah, I have not been keeping up with Verbalase until recently when everything just came crashing down on his birthday of all days, which is just really funny. So if you take a look at the Verbalase channel now, you may notice that his view counts are not doing too hot, especially compared to where he was before, right? A lot of the older cartoon beatbox battles have like well over 20 million views. Like those videos did insanely well for the YouTube algorithm at the time. But the more you go down his YouTube page and the more recent we get, the less views things get and the more desperation begins to show, right? Like there's Skibbity toilet beatboxes, FNAF beatboxes, like, you know, he's just trying to latch onto that YouTube algorithm any way possible. And before I get into why, like the main reason his views are definitely down, I want to give my 2 cents on his YouTube channel, because I think it's a bit of a fucking mess, and I think people will not say this is the main reason, but I think this is the main reason, so let me just say it. I think he screwed his own YouTube channel over by the kind of content he was uploading. Right? As far as I know, the YouTube algorithm works like this. It looks at your entire channel, it tries to group you into some kind of category, whether it be animation, video essays, etc. And then once it puts you in that category, it will properly push that content to the groups of people that want to watch that content. This was not always how it worked, as far as I know. It used to be more lenient with it, like you could upload a million different things to your channel and YouTube would just be fine with it. Like it would just kind of push stuff out to like sub boxes or whatever. Not how it works anymore. It's very much focused on like what kind of content you're making, what kind of category your channel's put in, and how that's being pushed out to the people who watch your videos. So Verbalase's channel is a fucking mess. It's the cartoon beatbox battles, then there's like a different series of cartoon beatbox battles, and then there's like a million like shitty short type videos that should just be YouTube shorts just on this channel, and then there's just like behind the scenes video. There's just too much shit on this channel. So over time, the more shit that was put on this channel and the less cartoon beatbox battles were uploaded, the more the YouTube algorithm was probably like, fuck, what do I do with any of this information? And it just gave up. It stopped pushing his stuff as much, and because of that, his latest cartoon beatbox battle only has like 1,600,000 views, which is a lot, right? But for when you're paying for animators, which, and like, you're used to getting way more views, it's probably pretty bad. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on why his channel's dead. I'll get into more on that if I do make a main channel video on this person, because I really do think a lot of this is his fault, and I mean, this other thing is also his fault, so we might as well get into it. The other main reason why Verbalase killed his channel is because there was a huge gap between cartoon beatbox battles because he was working on a special project. A special project that never ended up being posted because it was like... Okay, I can't show it here because I'm afraid YouTube's gonna take it down, because it's not actually that bad, right? It's like just suggestive at most. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put it in the corner of this video. You can watch it in the corner, all right? You can watch it in the corner, but fair warning for like strip teasing, I guess. There's no actual nudity. Like, I gotta prepare you for this, okay? So, he spent $50,000 on an animation of him and Charlie from Hazbin Hotel getting it on, essentially. It's just an animation where Charlie from Hazbin Hotel kidnaps him, straps him to a bed, strip teases in front of him, and then goes on top of him, and then the video ends. He spent $50,000 on this. He spent $50,000 on this. Oh my god. It's so bad, guys. It's so bad. It's not even like if you're gonna spend $50,000 on something this deranged, at least make it like not safe for work, I guess. Like, I don't get why you would spend that much money on it if it's just like this normal thing and then you don't even post it to recoup the losses. Like, I don't even know. It's so bad. I need to give a massive shout out to @thestarofluck on Twitter, who is pretty much a lore master on all of this, and their thread explains literally everything. It explains so much that I'm actually just gonna read it here. So huge shout out to them. I'm gonna read you the thread, and it's going to tell you all the lore you will ever need to know on this. Just strap in, okay? It's a long one. Let's go. From the top. Explaining the story of Hideaway from Verbalase, a thread. So, me and @SFGTV Games made some replies exposing Verbalase's Hideaway project that apparently was $50,000 that I claimed financially bankrupted the man and made him cancel cartoon beatbox battles. Now, some popular accounts are posting about it, so let me explain. I can't use images right now since I'm using a school laptop, but when I get back home, I will post screenshot proof of all of this. For right now, I am explaining the story. Cartoon Beatbox Battles suffered one of the worst delays of its kind in Season 1. 6 months for an episode. The episode, Black Panther vs. Deadpool, released on June 5th, 2021. 6 months after Pennywise vs. Patrick. This tanked his channel. But what was he doing for all that time? Well, he told us in his official server, I'm pretty sure a few months later, that there was a special project he had made. A project involving him in the Hazbin Hotel universe. A former friend of mine, Hydro Animates, creator of HYB, a very controversial fan series, had shown me some screenshots of it before the music video would even be on YouTube. Nobody really had any idea what the hell it was about. Not even me or my friend. But all we knew was that it cost a lot. It wasn't until 2023 where I came back to the cartoon beatbox community where it was brought back up by a friend. It was revealed by Verbalase that it was actually finished and released somewhere. He told us it costed him roughly $50,000 and that it was too mature for him to post on his channel. Apparently, he said he made it because the music video for the song was way too disgusting, having the woman singing making out with old people and even children, so he made his own version. All we knew back then is that it was a music video animation of a song he didn't make, it was a Hazbin Hotel related, and it was somewhere on YouTube. Eventually, someone found it in the YBB community. I'll explain what the YBB community is soon. I actually have a recording of me and a few of my friends watching it for the first time. I will post it when I get home. To say it fucked us up hard would be an understatement. That's so real. We mostly kept the video as a secret in our group chat, not wanting anyone to find out about it. It wasn't until long where someone would post it to a group chat, where it began spreading around the YBB community. Hydro was pissed, since he's a close friend to Verbalase. Eventually, more and more people found out about it, until it spread to the official server. This became a whole controversial event inside the server. People getting banned for joking about it, a new rule where nobody was allowed to mention the video by any means. Verbalase, in the midst of this, didn't care at all. He thought the video was harmless and didn't understand the big reaction towards it. Eventually, during this controversy, he privated the video on the Chase channel, but someone re-uploaded it a little bit after. And now, I don't talk to Hydro Animates anymore. They're a bad person who manipulated, groomed, and didn't pay me for all my work for them. So now I'm free to post Hideaway to the world. If I never posted it, nobody would have known. Now talking about how this killed his channel. Hideaway was never uploaded on his channel. There was no Verbalase content for nearly 6 months. This didn't help that Black Panther vs. Deadpool wasn't a particularly exciting episode, so it's no surprise that it failed compared to his previous episodes. Check out the view counts between Pennywise vs. Patrick, 20 million, and Black Panther vs. Deadpool, 12 million. Every episode before this had at least 20 million. Now, the finale also took 6 months, and it was only 6 minutes long. The solos sucked, the audio was weirdly low quality, and there was little to no fanfare for the project. This bombed even more. Eventually, Verbalase made a special episode 16, which nobody watched since it wasn't a competition episode, only having 3 million views. Season 2 came along with Shadow vs. Vegeta, which while had the infamous I am Vegeta meme, it still had a considerably low amount of views. Dave vs. Skipper also took 6 months, and yeah, who the hell wanted that? Pretty sure it's also still at a pathetic 3 million views. His last resort, a remaster of the second episode, Pikachu vs. Groot, was also a mega failure. Now, he's making FNAF content because he's trying to find something, anything to get him back to relevance. Even Skibidi Toilet, though it's not working. Now, he's left his main channel for a new one, where he'll post the rest of his regular content, while leaving his cartoon beatbox videos on the main channel to hopefully take some money from. The channel only has like 3,000 to 4,000 subscribers and is a huge flop. And that is pretty much the end of the thread there. Jesus Christ. Yeah, this whole situation is fucked, dude. I don't even know. The last, big thing I want to bring up here, and I'm not going to get too deep into it, because once again, if I make a main channel video on it, I want to go more in depth on this. But at the same time this was all coming out, a bunch of screenshots from his Discord server started to leak, where he's just, super transphobic. This dude just hates trans people. It's wild. I have all the screenshots. You can find them on Twitter and shit. So don't worry, if they get deleted, I have the archive. So if I ever make this video, I will go through all these screenshots, because I haven't even scratched the surface. There is a lot, and I have not read them all, so I'm not going to talk about them here, but just know he's a loser. Verbalase is a bit of a loser, yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I'm really tired, and I gotta do stuff today, so I'm gonna leave you all there. I've been gaming, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody.